Peace. What's the word, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tune on in and tap in with the kid before I start building on the subject matter, man. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Thursday thus far. Gonna piggyback off of my last stream from last night, man, when I was venting. But then I had a client come in, man, so I had to stop the vent. So this is like part two or a continuation of what I was talking about on the last stream yesterday, man. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to go ahead and scroll in, populate the chat before I start building, man. Venting, going in, all that good stuff, man. So what's the word? How everybody living, man? How everybody feeling? Got some important things to discuss once again. Get back in that zone. Y'all already know how I go, Miss Donnie Peach Queen. What's going on with you? Definitely tapping in. Appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, we gonna go hard once again, man. I got some things that I wasn't able to get off my chest yesterday, so I got to get it off my chest today, man. Got to continue to talk to my people. Montel, Peach, what's happening? Man, y'all ain't like that Illuminati Bell. Those were the days, man. Those were the days when I was in that zone. That was an interesting zone to be in, man. Those were the days. My Facebook page when it was Illuminati Bell was a crazy period, man. That was a crazy period in regards to how long that page lasted. Avid, Peace, what's happening? But that's the energy that I'm dealing with from here on out, man. That Illuminati energy that I had back in the day, man. I'm back on that energy. Back on that energy. Might as well, man, because at the end of the day, like I said, we already target just how we look. So might as well say what I feel, man. Might as well speak the truth to power. What good is going to come out of me just holding the truth in, suppressing the truth, suppressing how I feel? Nothing. You know, I'm coming across this information, this inspiration and motivation to share it with people, not to keep it for myself, you know? So what's the point? What is the point? Jeff, peace. What's going on, my brother? You already know. Infinite Charms, Beauty, Peace Queen, what's happening? Sack, peace. What's happening? Magic Realms, peace. Rashade, peace. What's going on? Appreciate you tapping in. Cheeto Black, what's happening? Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to y'all, man. Like I said, man, some of this, some of the stuff that I'm talking about, it may strike a nerve. It may describe you, but it is what it is. We dealing with accountability. We done with all the blame game, man. We done with all of this nonsense, man. We done with all the wickedness in the Black community. We done with it, man. We got to be done with it. Pseudo charlatans, peace. What's happening? Tyra, peace. Trabian, peace. Infinite. Not only am I disgusted with polite, but this is what I'm disgusted with the response that I'm getting or seeing from a lot of brothers, man. A lot of brothers are disappointing me with their response to it. Like I said, we've been automatically programmed and wired to believe that the Black woman is lying, you know. So a lot of people out the gate are saying this is not true, it's false, this, that, and the third, and it's crazy. Like I said, all of a sudden, dudes become scientific and require all type of evidence and things like that. Oh, wow, they don't even get me started on the religion or things that they believe in that they don't require no evidence and no proof. But when it comes to a situation like this, now all of a sudden you want all the proof, you want all the evidence. That's interesting to me, man. That's very interesting to me. You got brothers out here saying they need to know the whole truth. What is the whole truth? I had one brother say, well, I got to hear his side. I got to hear Brother Polite side and his lawyer hasn't spoken. What do you think they going to say? What do you think, brother? If somebody accuses you of something like that, man, what do you think they going to come out and deny it? So at the end of the day, man, no matter what type of evidence you get, no matter what type of proof you got when you're dealing with the system, it's all going to revolve around who do you believe? When it even comes to the judicial system, they tell you it ain't even really about who's guilty. Like you literally got to prove your innocence. Prove it. It ain't, you might not even be innocent. But if your defense team, man, can put up a good enough case, then you can appear to be innocent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, man, what evidence do you need? They already said the DNA that came back. So what more do you need? You want to hear Brother Polite say he didn't do it? You want to hear his defense team defend him and say that all the allegations are false? That's what you want to hear? That's what you want to hear. So you're going to accept that. So those are the questions that I have. So for all the people that need the evidence and they want to hear brother Polite's side. So what you going to do when brother Polite comes out and say he didn't do it, the allegations are false? Are you going to automatically believe what he's saying, or are you going to need evidence? I mean, we got the DNA. Now, if we don't want to believe that, then I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to supply you with and provide for you. I don't know. First and foremost, I don't even, like I said, brother Polite should have never put himself in a position to where he can even face an allegation like that with a 14-year-old. Like, that's first and foremost. I'm not even going to place myself in a situation to where a 14-year-old can accuse me of something like that. I'm not even going to place myself in that type of situation. I'm not even going to place myself in that type of situation, in that type of environment to where a 14-year-old can accuse me of something like that. Like, I'm dead serious, man. You will be hard pressed to find me in a situation where I'm ever alone with a 14-year-old young girl that ain't even that ain't my child or something like that. We gonna have other people in this room, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna allow myself to be in a situation like that. I'm not even gonna allow myself to be in a situation like that, especially if I'm of a certain status and caliber and things of that nature. No, sorry, we gonna have witnesses, man. It's 2021 and I'm a black man. Things make me real uncomfortable. So you're not about to bring your 14-year-old daughter around me and I take her off somewhere and we by ourselves. Not gonna happen. It's 2021. I don't trust that. We're gonna have somebody else in this room. We're gonna have witnesses in this joint. Like, no, I'm not about to place myself in any type of situation like that. Call it paranoid, call it what you want to call it. But I ain't rocking like that. I ain't rocking like that. I'm sorry. She could be asking for my advice. Well, you're going to get this advice with somebody else in this room, another adult. I'm going to give you this advice, but somebody else must be present because I don't trust people. I don't trust the mother could be setting the door. Like, I'm not doing it. Nope. I'm going to be in this situation with somebody else. It's another adult in this room. I'm sorry. I ain't going out like that. Ain't going out like that. It's not happening. And Shauna, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I'm telling dudes are killing me because I know personal experiences. Like I talked about yesterday, I know personal experiences of women who have went through similar situations and they choose to remain silent, and they are going to take this to their grave because they already know the type of backlash they will receive. Hence what the 14-year-old is receiving. Like, that's sick. That's sad. We are automatically wired to say she's lying. Automatically. Like, I guarantee you, all the brothers that's saying that, if you had a 14-year-old daughter and your daughter came to you and said, like, my uncle touched me, y'all ain't about to require no evidence and no proof then. If your 14-year-old daughter, if your 14-year-old niece says some dude touched her, some dude harassed her, y'all ready to shoot and kill the whole neighborhood. Y'all ain't gonna be asking for evidence, for proof then. I guarantee you that. Guarantee you that if that's your 14-year-old niece, if that's your 14-year-old daughter, and she say this dude touched me, y'all ready. Y'all don't care about no evidence and proof. I guarantee you that. Guarantee it. I guarantee it. Let it be your 14-year-old daughter. Let it be your 14-year-old niece. You ready to shoot the whole block up. You ready to shoot the whole block up. Stop playing with me. And y'all know that that's the truth. It ain't even got to be your 14-year-old daughter or niece. It could be your mother. It could be your grandmother. It could be your aunt. It could be anybody. Any woman in your family. Let them say some dude touched me. Now y'all ready to go. Infinite Charms. I did that one of these streams. I don't even remember. And Kyra, that's what I'm saying. What is she getting out of this? According to brothers, like this the thing. According to Brother Polite, he was already living a lavish life, so she could have remained silent. And I'm pretty sure, based off of all the bragging and boasting that Polite does, like, he would have taken care of her. So what does she gain from lying? What does she gain from lying? The way Polite brags and boasts about his lifestyle, all the money he's making, all the cars that he has, all the material items that he possesses. She would have been well taken care of if she just would have remained silent. I'm pretty sure she would have been well taken care of if she just remained silent. So what does she gain from speaking out about the situation? What does she gain? Antonio, peace. What's happening? And Sack, that's what I remember. Sack, listen, my goodness. Sack, you said something that I said some months ago. And man, I thought I was gonna have to square up with like all the black men that I've known in my entire life. I said something similar, and these black men, instead of looking at what I said objectively, hence we claim to be logical and deal with reason, and we claim that the women are the more emotional species. I literally said the same thing on Facebook. I literally said I can now understand why some black women feel like black men do not protect the community or protect women. I said I can understand why some black women feel unprotected around black men. I literally just said I can understand why some women feel that way. Didn't even say that I agree with it. I said I can understand how some black women may feel that way based off of just our ways and actions and me analyzing that from an objective standpoint. And I'm talking about the dudes just got emotional when I said that and didn't look at the context in which I said it in. I said I can understand it. I can understand how some women feel that way. You are a black woman. You are a black woman, and you was a young girl at one point, and you was touched by a male in your family. How can I not understand how you can grow up and feel like black men are not protecting you when you were molested by somebody in your family that you trusted? How can I not understand that? How can I not understand that? But I made that simple statement and dudes acted like I talk bad about black men. That's another thing. Black men, we got to stop being so doggone emotional. When people call us out, whether it's a black woman, whether it's a black man, it's a way. First of all, think before you respond to something that you don't like. And secondly, it's a way to disagree without getting overly emotional. If you don't agree with what's being said, it is a way to communicate that without getting all in your feelings. It is a way to have a healthy dialogue or agree to disagree. Like these things are healthier, opposed to getting all in your feelings, getting all in your emotions because somebody called you out. Like they said, the truth hurts the guilty. So a lot of times the dudes that get all in their feelings when we are getting called out, and it's vice versa. It's vice versa for the women too. The people that get all in their feelings and riled up is because they feeling guilty. Man, when sisters talk about black men and I don't fit the description, I don't even like at that point, I'm zoned out. The shoe don't fit me. I don't fit that narrative. Y'all talking about black men, this, that, and the third. Y'all ain't talking about me because I don't fit that narrative. So I'm not about to waste time getting overly emotional on your post. You ain't talking about me. You're not talking about me, man. I don't do all of these things that you are saying that we do. Don't fit me. I'm not about to waste time on your post trying to fight my case. You know what I'm saying? Trying to state my case. Not about to do that. Not about to do that. So a lot of times, man, when the person gets overly emotional at something that's being said, man, you struck a nerve. You struck a nerve. They are a reflection of what it is that you just said. So when I said that, man, I simply was stating that I can understand how some women can feel unprotected around black men because a lot of black women, they've been touched by family members, men in their families, and that's sick. How can you trust? How can you trust at that point? How can you trust black men when the ones that you trusted growing up the most are the ones that violated you? I can understand that. I can understand how you can have that resentment. So I'll be lying if I said I don't understand that. How could you not trust black men? Man, you've been violated by the ones that you trusted, the ones that you opened up to. You've been violated by them. Simply saying I can understand it. Not saying that I agree with it, but I can understand it. I can understand it. And all we gotta, like, we should all be striving for the understanding. I can understand how you feel that way. Now I must do something to solve the problem, to shift the paradigm, to shift the narrative. But first I gotta understand how you feel that way. It's a lot of sisters that don't feel protected around black men, and we got to deal with that as black men. We can't sweep it under the rug and say, nah, we be protecting y'all. It's a reason why they feel that way. Just like it's a lot of brothers that feel like they can't open up and vent to black women without being judged. We got to be able to say these things, and we got to be able to strive to understand the other side. Okay, y'all don't feel protected. Why is that? Listen to why they are saying, like, listen to the reasoning. Don't just shun them and say, man, y'all, we don't feel protected by black men. Then you start saying, oh, that's nonsense. That's BS. That's all this, that, and the third, and start talking bad about them. No, strive to get an understanding of why she said that. Why do you feel unprotected? Why do you not feel safe amongst black men, or whatever the case may be? Why are you saying that? Just like as a black man, why are you saying that you don't feel like you can vent and open up to a black woman without being judged, or anybody without being judged? Why are you saying that? We should be able to have those conversations without talking bad about the other side, man. We should be able to do that. Infinite Charms, that yeah, got the rape kit, man, and writing exact with the approach. Writing exact. Airview, peace, what's happening? Kyra, man, I mean, they describe him as like a, man, what is he, like a celebrity mentor, something, man? I don't even know, really. I know he even wrote books. He do the speaking joint, and he be mentoring people, like celebrities. Terenzo, peace, what's happening? Antonio, yep, exactly. They gonna listen, they gonna drag the 14-year-old, man. They gonna drag her. Yeah, I'm telling you, when I made that status on Facebook, man, I'm telling you, I got attacked, man. I'm talking about from people that know me personally. And what's crazy, I'm gonna give y'all the jewel. What's crazy is when I made that status on Facebook, because I do the knowledge, man. I be peeping people ways and actions, man. I be peeping people ways and actions like a big dog, man. So when I made that particular status and said I can understand how some black women, and I said some, listen, I said I can understand how some black women feel unprotected by black men and things of that nature. And some of the people that like know me personally, man, comment getting all in their feelings. I have noticed that since then, the interaction is there. Like before then, they was all on my post, liking any and everything, man, sharing all that type of stuff. They ain't been doing it since then. So it's like when you call them out, now they getting their feelings, man. They took that personal. But I really don't even care about that, man. Like, that's on y'all, man. I pointed out something based off of my observation and experience. I wasn't telling people to agree with my understanding. It was my understanding. I wasn't stating that as if it was a truth, a universal truth that black women are not protected. I was saying I can understand it. I can understand how some feel that way. So again, get out of your feelings, man. But yet we are the logical ones, and the women are the emotional ones. Come on, man. Come on. We should be able to have better dialogues in that, man. A dude should be able to say that and have a healthy conversation with another brother instead of brothers getting all in their feelings, man, trying to just gang up on them. Like, nah, what are you talking about? Come on, man. We got to be better than that, man. We got to be better than that. Kyra, for sure. And again, man, a lot of people don't know how to, like you said, remove themselves from the group. Like I said, when somebody is saying something that don't describe me, I'm good. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but you know what I'm saying? Like that don't describe me. That don't define me. And then at the same time, I'm really not out to prove that to the person that may have made this status. So if it's a black woman that's going in on black men on like Facebook or something, and I don't even know the person, like I don't really even care to prove a point. Like I don't even care to let her know that I don't fit the description that you talking. Like, what's the point? Ain't even no point in doing that. Because at the end of the day, she's still gonna feel how she feels about the situation. So it really ain't even no point. Really no point at all. Kyle, peace, what's happening? Shauna, you said, do you think the red pill community is also to blame as well? Don't believe women. Right there, before I even finish, that's automatically a problem right there. Automatically a problem. That is automatically a problem when you got a large group of people telling you things like don't believe women. Automatically a problem. With all of the lying and backstabbing and betrayal that I have experienced from men, like we not gonna do that, man. We just not gonna do that. But like I said, it's all a money grab. All you got to do if you striving to really boost your income and increase your subscribers and followers, all you got to do is literally pick a side. Man, come on, man. Our computer start acting crazy. All right, so all you got to do is literally pick a side. You say, you know what? All right, I'm going to talk bad about black women, or I'm going to talk bad about black men. Then you in there. So that's literally all that is, man. So when you got some people saying don't believe women, stop playing with me. Some of the most honest people I done came across have been women. Some of the most honest people. Some of the people that tell the biggest lies and stories have been men. Man, y'all know it. Y'all done been around y'all uncles and whatnot at these family functions, man. The uncles get the lying and all that type of stuff, man. Come on, man. Like we can't be pushing that type of narrative, man. We can't be pushing that type of narrative, but people swallow that up. People swallow that up. They say, I have seen black men in that space go to extremes. I'm all for accountability, but we are talking about a kid. For sure, a kid, 14-year-old. 14-year-old. And again, if you know who Polite's mentor is, this should not come as a surprise. Y'all know about Dr. Malachi York. Y'all know what he has been accused of. Y'all know what he's serving time for right now. Y'all know some of the accusations that then came his way. So for it to hear Polite doesn't surprise me. And I don't want to hear that, oh, they trying to tear a black man down type of nonsense. Man, Brother Polite has been scamming the black community for a very long time. They want people like Polite to be around because he's scamming his own people. So why would they tear him down? He's doing them a favor. He's working with the white folks to tear us down and scam us. Oh, wow, he cutting deals with them. So they need a Polite to exist. So why would they try to tear him down? What purpose is that serve? Polite ain't doing this for black folks. Y'all got this misconstrued here. Polite ain't for the people. I realized that a long time ago. Polite ain't for the people. He not for black people like y'all think he is. He working with the Jew. He got deals with the Jews and the white folks. Polite ain't for y'all. So the white folks fool with Polite. Those in power fool with Polite and what he's doing, misleading black people, taking money from black people, then giving it to them, cutting deals with them. So this ain't no tearing a black man down joint. It's not that. Polite sold us out a very long time ago. Polite sold black people out a long time ago. It's a long time ago. So you can't play that card with me. Can't play that card with me. Tay, peace, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, I'll tell you, yeah, y'all notice the bookshelf behind me is empty, man. We in the process of moving, you know what I'm saying? So I had to pack up all my books, man. I got a lot of books. I had to pack them joints up. Man, I probably got about 10, 12 boxes worth of books, man. But y'all see the bookshelf is empty. That's because we're in the process of moving to be done by this weekend, man. So y'all gonna see new and improved setup. Y'all gonna see the books return. But the books are gone. Books are all packed up in boxes and things of that nature, man. But that's what happened to the books. Got the empty bookshelf. JB, man, I feel that 100% in regards to wanting to quit trying to save their mental, man. I made a status on Facebook, man. I was just like not inspired, man, but I was just feeling a certain type of way, man. I was like, sometimes, man, I just be wanting to be quiet to appease the people that want me to be quiet. You know, they say you don't realize what you had until it's gone. So sometimes I just be wanting to prove a point to certain people. And I just want to just stop posting. You know what I'm saying? Just stop spitting the information that I spit. I just want to stop doing it sometimes, man, just so the people that was talking all grimy and slick can realize how helpful I was striving to be. Because when I stopped posting the books, when I stopped posting the health tips, when I stopped posting the motivation, they're going to realize what I was striving to do. They're going to realize it. They're going to realize what they had when it's gone. So sometimes I be wanting to do that, but then I realize who I am. I realize what my purpose is. Once I realize that, man, I get back into that mode, get back into that zone. But sometimes I swear I wish, sometimes I just be wanting to be quiet just to appease those ones that really want me to shut up. Sometimes I be wanting to do it like, all right, you know what? I'll be quiet. I'm going to let you continue to fall for the okie doke. And then when things get real, now you want to reach out to me. Now you want to reach out to me. Now you want to know what you need to eat. Now you want to know what type of herbs you need to be taking. Now you want to know what type of exercises you need to be doing. Now you want some motivation and inspiration. Now you want all that good stuff. But when you supplying it to them, when you providing them with the information and all that good stuff, they take it for granted. When you start doing it, they like, what happened? I'm a Nick Peace. What's happening? What's happening? Your son, you know, they're guilty. Truth hurts the guilty, man. NB at all. Hey, Yoka, you said you was kicked out of the black community, was called whitewash for dodge of death. Exactly how did you dodge death there? Joshua, and like, listen to, all right, what you say. I know a lot of broken women who have been through these things, and when I try to help, they always turn on me, and all I was trying to do was help. I see how that damages their image of the black man. And that, and again, once you understand that they broken, it's like at that point, I don't really take it personal, man. At that point, when I realize it's a person that's broken and I strive to help, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even take it personal. It's almost like it's like PTSD. It's like if a sister was like aggressively raped as a youngin, and you a friendly dude and you meeting her for like the first time or whatever, and you just try to reach to give her a hug, and she, you know what I'm saying, she get real defensive, like, don't hug me, don't touch me. It's like, you can't take that personal, man. It's because she had some traumatic experiences. Like, your hug didn't mean any harm. She's not a bad person. She just went through some traumatic experiences, and that hug, you reaching for that hug, is a trigger. So you got to understand, like, when they broken, man, it's going to take a lot in order for them to trust you. So a lot of times I don't even take that personal, man. When you got a broken woman, man, and you trying your best to help her, but it's like it's taking a lot for her to trust you. So she may say some foul things to you. She may even act funny towards you. It's because, man, she was broken at a young age. She's traumatized. So you just got to be patient with them, man. You got to be patient with them. It takes, man, I don't even, honestly, man, that's power to recover from something, man. If you 10, 11 and your uncle then touched you and molested you and raped you, like, man, it takes a strong person to recover from something like that. It takes a strong person. Beast reincarnated. How can we make them feel protected? What we need to do first, we just need to stop violating them. You know what I'm saying? And then we need to listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are like, stop, just don't violate the system, man. Like, if y'all getting into a situation or an argument or get to leave, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to lay hands or just leave. Just leave. And then listen to them, man. When they tell you what they've been through, if your 13-year-old, if your 14-year-old cousin, niece, daughter, whatever, she come to you and say she'd have been touched, molested, don't condemn her, right? Listen to what she has to say. Listen to what she has to say, man. And if she tell you a male family member then touched her, you got to deal with that. We got to deal with that family member. We got to deal with that male family member. We got to deal with that man. We got to stop letting this type of stuff slide and ride. So we can start there with just listening. NB, most definitely, man. Like, a lot of our true scholars, man, go under the radar. Jason, peace. What's happening? Kyle, man. Like I said, I'm not thoroughly educated in regards to these pill communities and whatnot, but based off of how y'all describe some of them, like I don't be rocking with a lot of the nonsense, man. I don't be rocking with a lot of the nonsense because at the end of the day, it's all about unification. And what we need, it's all about unification and then being healthy and things of that nature. A lot of times, like I said, these platforms, they just deal with division with no goal of unifying. So it's like we want to just harp on problems and flaws, but we don't want to do anything to help repair the problems and flaws and damage. We just want to talk about black women this, black women that, black men this, black men that, and leave it at that and keep going in because that's going to get us the views. That's going to get us the money. That's going to get us the revenue, the exposure. So we want to do that. And that's why we do it. That's why I don't entertain a lot of it. I don't entertain a lot of it. Like, and that's the problem, man. I'm not here to choose a side. I'm not here to say, oh, I'm on the side of black women. I'm on the side of black men. I'm on the side of black people in general, man. I'm on the side of black people in general. I want to see all black people win. I know all black people not gonna win at the end of the day because we just got some people that just ain't with it, man. They just not gonna be with it, and they gonna continue to fall for the nonsense that's out here. They're gonna continue to do it. So we just got some black people, man. It's like that we just gonna lose in this process, in this battle, in this war. I understand that, but I would like to see most of my brothers and sisters win. That's why I get so passionate when I'm discussing certain things, when I see that we not taking it seriously, like health and financial literacy and just unifying and things like that. When I see that we not taking those things seriously, man, I get passionate. I get passionate, man, when we don't value education, when we don't value our health, when we don't value ownership, when we don't value financial literacy, when we don't value these things, man, I get riled up. I get frustrated. I get passionate because we got to quit playing. We so far behind when it comes to just like education and things of that nature, man. We are so far behind. I see how other ethnic groups rock and I done worked in banking. So I see how they move. I see how other ethnic groups get down, man. It's literally not that complicated out here. We just don't be wanting to educate ourselves, man. I done seen plenty of black folks, man, with crazy skills and talents, man, things that they just know how to do. But instead of taking that talent and that skill, and becoming self-sufficient, we'll rather allow another corporation, these white folks, to profit off of our skill and talent. And I know a lot of people, man, I tell people simple things, man, like just read some books on how to go into, man, I don't want to go into business for myself. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to read. I just want to cook. I just want to do this. Whatever your skill is, they just say they want to do that. But when it comes to the business acumen, they don't want to entertain educating themselves. And that's why a lot of black people get pimped when it comes to business. That's why these Jews, that's why these white folks, that's why these other groups of people pimp us from a business standpoint, because we think it's boring to learn about business. That's how they get one up on us, two up on us. We'd just rather cook. We don't want to learn how to open up a restaurant. We don't want to learn about the business side of it. So we getting pimped. That's how they able to like that. That's why they able to shortchange us. Man, we black. We all know somebody in our family that knows how to cook and cook well, man. But how many restaurants do we really own out here? All the cooking that black people do, how many restaurants do we really own? How many major restaurants do we really own? All the cooking that black people do. But we'll go in these restaurants that's owned by other people and we'll cook. But when it comes to opening up large scale restaurants, how many do we own? And we do all type of cooking. We do all type of cooking. We do all type of cooking, man. Like, come on, man. That's how they get one up on us, man. That's how they get one up on us. We don't want to learn what we need to learn about business, man. And that's the true reason why we don't be after ownership and things like that, man. You know how many times I done tried to get people to read business books, marketing books, things like that. And they like, man, this is boring. I don't want to read this, man. I just want to cook. I just want to sell the hair, like whatever it is that they selling or doing. They just want to do that. They don't want to educate themselves. Like we gotta do better with that, man. We gotta do better. Educate yourself, man. Educate yourself. Y'all gotta understand that this was a phrase, and it's a phrase for a reason. They said if you want to hide something from the black man, put it in the book. They literally, that's when I talk about the truth hidden in plain sight. There it is. They letting you know right now with that phrase. They letting you know that they put a lot of truth in these books, but we not gonna open them. I'm telling y'all, when y'all start opening these books, they putting it right in there. They let you know exactly what you need to do. It's right there in the book, but they know we're not going to read it. So they literally giving you the answers in these books. All you got to do is open up a book and you got the formula right there. And that's why they say if you want to hide something from us, put it in a book. They drop a lot of jewels. They give you a lot of information in these books. These white folks going to tell you what to do. They bold with it because they know we're not going to read it. They're like, man, we can create all these books. We can make all these books and get these people the formula in regards to how to generate wealth and things of that nature, and they not going to read it. I'm talking about the book is $10, $9. They ain't going to get it, though. It's a book. They ain't going to read it. They ain't going to read it. And they know that. They know that. Hey, Kyle, books for beginners in regards to what, man? I've been talking about a lot. What type of beginner's book you need? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all on the congrats. All right, Peterson, what's happening? You said I heard that not enough men coming out pushing against this polite situation because society is looking at the collective of black men who are running around blaming the girls and the mom for the situation. And that's what's happening, man. That's what's happening. That's literally what's happening. Like, to me, the way I view it, because I've never, like I said, I've never trusted polite. I haven't trusted polite for a long time. So to me, I'm side with the 14-year-old in this case, because I'm like, I haven't trusted polite for a minute. He's a scammer. Dude is shiesty. Like, I just don't trust that dude. You know what I'm saying? So when it's an accusation like this, man, it kind of validates my lack of trust for him. So I'm automatically like, man, I don't trust this dude, man. So I'm like, all right, this may make sense. That's how I'm wired in regards to this situation. Antoinette, Peace Queen, what's happening? You already know. You already know. Go ahead and contact me. You already know. And just that's what I'm saying. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm literally, especially when it comes to like health and fitness and things like that, I'm literally certified to do that. And man, I done gave some free game, free jewels, man. And this is like my it's my profession. This is what I do. So that's what I told people, man. Like people take a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are those people. I fool with y'all, but a lot of people have taken what I have done for granted in regards to all the information that I have shared over the years. I have shared a lot of information over the years, whether it be books, like I said, or whether it be tips and things like that. Man, I go out of my way to share a lot of that information. So it's like I feel like a lot of people that have taken that for granted. But it's cool though. It's cool. Rule boy, peace. What's happening? Humble King J, what you say? You say you facing the same thing now. What you facing, Humble? What's happening? Marcus, and that's what I'm saying, man. I'm telling y'all, man, when you are righteous, listen, you got to understand, man, when you a righteous brother and you putting out righteous energy, Listen, ain't no, I'm telling you, man, ain't no allegations gonna come your way. Y'all do know and understand that we have had, right, like, this is the thing. Y'all do know that it's possible for a black man to not have any allegations ever come his way. Y'all do know that that's possible. Amos N. Wilson was doing this thing, speaking truth to power. There was never an allegation about Amos N. Wilson. So y'all know it is possible for some brothers to talk about certain things and not have any allegations because they can't find any dirt on them, because they are upstanding and they truly righteous out here. Y'all do know that that's a possible thing. Y'all do know that's very possible. Very possible. Y'all do know that's very possible for a brother to have this information, to have an influence, to have some wisdom, and for him to have discipline to where he's not getting caught up in any type of scandal and allegation. Y'all do know that's very much so possible. A lot of times, though, man, some of these brothers, man, they get the wisdom, man, and got these platforms. A lot of them, sorry to say, they lack discipline. So it's easy for them to get caught up in these scandals, man. And that's the thing that people not realizing. That's something that a lot of people are not realizing, man. Like, it ain't nothing for, like, it's plenty of righteous dudes out here, man, that then spent a whole career of just teaching their people and they never got caught up in any scandal, any allegation, man. Any type of situation like that. Come on, man. It's a lot of them that exist, man. They under the radar, though. Yeah, take common sense, man. Listen, common sense is definitely far from common these days. And just, yeah, exactly. It has nothing to do with you as a person, unless you contributed to that trauma. Exactly. And that's what I be trying to tell people. That's why sometimes I don't take that stuff personal, man. When a person has been traumatized, man, you just got to understand. And hey, you might even look like the person that traumatized them. You know what I'm saying? Like, some stuff it be like that sometimes, man. It be like that. I can't fault anybody for that. Underdrifter, yeah, like the pill, like that pill stuff, man, came out of there. Like I said, man, I don't pop pill. I'm organic. I practice natural healing, holistic healing. So I don't deal with any type of pills, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, of course, this ain't something you take literal, but pills are bad for your health in general. So I always keep it holistic. I keep it holistic, you know. When you do the knowledge, man, when you can look at it from a metaphysical standpoint, when it comes to these pill communities, when you look at what an actual pill does, what does a pill do? It suppresses symptoms. It doesn't deal with the actual cause of the symptom. So these actual communities are doing the exact thing that a pill does with the body, suppressing symptoms, not treating the cause. That's what we doing. That's all we doing. That's all we doing. When we subscribe to these pills and all that type of stuff, man. Hey, Just, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, people put you in the box. People judge you, all type of stuff, man. Like back when I used to, well, I still read, but back in the day, like when I was starting out on a journey, and I used to just be in public with my books, man, people was just judging me based off of the book that I would have, man. You know, I'm in there with some, like, y'all know, I'm in there with some vicious books in regards to like the cover and the title, and people just looking at the book like, oh man, this dude going mad. Oh, he reading this Muslim book. He must be this, that, and the third. He must be a terrorist. All this type of stuff, man. So it's like people need to chill out. Yoka, man, what is you talking about? What if you purple? See, this the thing. You looking at it from a color standpoint, asking what if you purple? Black is more so something that's in essence, man. Obviously, none of us are truly black in regards to our skin tone. Black is the essence. Black is the essence, man. When we talk about the triple stage darkness and things of that nature. So obviously, if your skin tone was purple, you are an original person. Therefore, you have the essence of a black person. You know what I'm saying? So you would identify, you would be labeled black in my eyes. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, indeed. But black is more so in essence, and a lot of people don't understand that. They take it literal when we mention black. And this is more so something that's metaphysical, and it describes one's essence. When we talk about that, we obviously not talk. Y'all can look at my skin tone and see that it is brown, but we do actually have people that have black skin tone. About black skin tone. So we literally do have those type of people. But when we say black, we are speaking more of one's essence. We are definitely speaking more of one's essence, man. And I will have to do a whole video in regards to breaking down black and what blackness means. Like, even when you study Stokely Carmichael, when he came out with Black Power, man, he breaks down what he meant. See, a lot of people don't understand or realize that Stokely Carmichael, man, he popularized the whole Black Power joint. People don't understand that. But yeah, man, it's an essence. Even when Elijah Muhammad them talked about it, man, it's an essence. So it's way deeper than the color of your skin when we talk about you being black. And Sean, you say many people do not value knowledge. And that is the part that kills me, man, because I am a knowledge fiend. So when I see people who do not value knowledge, turn off. I am turned off by, like, in the world of dating. Like, if I'm one of the, back in the day, I'm one of the ones, like, if you're not open to knowledge, we don't have anything to discuss. If you're not open to new information, we don't have anything to discuss. We don't have anything to discuss. If you are not open to expanding your mind, we have nothing to discuss. And I feel like those are the things that need to be prioritized in regards to you entertaining a potential mate and whatnot. A lot of times we don't think about that type of stuff, man. We want to know how much money they make and how tall they are, how big, like that type of stuff, man, which is cool to have your preferences. But man, you got to see if they value knowledge, if they value information. If they don't value knowledge, then that person is cool with being stagnant. And you can't have that. You can't have that. That person is cool with complacency. Nah, we not cool with that. Like I said, knowledge is infinite. Knowledge is infinite, man. Percy, peace. Appreciate that donation. So I was eating a salad and people act like I was doing something special. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Eating a salad, eating some fruits, and people acting like, wow, that's crazy. Like, this dude cares about his health. What is wrong with him? Like, are we serious? Like, that's where we've come as a people, man. When you eating fruits and veggies and you like, I'm good, like, I don't need nothing else. People be surprised when I go to a function and I'm cool with just eating the fruits and like the salad that's there. They looking at me like I'm a straight alien, which to them I am. But when I'm like, nah, I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? We got enough fruits, we got a salad, I'm cool. Like, I don't need to eat nothing else. And they literally, I'm talking about, they will harass you for the entire duration of that function because they literally think that you cannot be okay because you didn't just consume fruits and you didn't just had a salad at this function. I didn't been a victim of that type of harassment. Like, leave me alone, man. Like, I'm good. Like, I got the fruit, I got the veggies. Don't need anything else. I'm straight. I'm straight. Galvanizing, peace, man. Y'all be going in on the comment section, man. I be trying to keep up, man, but y'all be going in. Jose, you say it's off topic, but what is your favorite martial art? Big Bruce Lee fan, so Jeet Kune Do. I'm a Bruce Lee fanatic. So Jeet Kune Do is like my favorite one that I've like studied just simply because I'm a Bruce Lee fan, man. So the Jeet Kune Do, I like how Bruce Lee talks about it, man. You take all the martial arts, man, it's like a formless form. So I really love that concept. I really love that concept when Bruce Lee talks about formless form. So I fool with it. I fool with Jeet Kune Do, which they made a form out of his formless form, which he told him not to do. But you know how we make a religion out of everything. You know, we as a people, we make everything out to be a religion, man. So we you know, a person could be on a platform and they can tell you to not make something in honor of me when I pass First thing we gonna do when that person pass, we gonna do something like we gonna create a way of life revolving around that person. And a whole while they was here, they was telling you, please don't do that. Like that's the type of stuff. That's the type of stuff that we be on. Yeah, Tay, man, I'm telling y'all, man. And again, when it comes to just piggybacking on a polite situation, we know and understand, like, listen, you have women out here that do that type of stuff. You have women out here that lie, just like you got men out here that lie. So we know and understand that this type of stuff happens. We already know and understand it, but it ain't the case all of the time. It ain't the case all the time. It is not the case all the time. And you know what's weird though? What's crazy, and I'm gonna just flip the script because I don't feel like we talk about this enough, and I don't feel like we discuss it from this angle. So the young girl, the 14-year-old girl, she accuses Polite of raping her. And they got the, you know what I'm saying, they got the evidence, got the DNA, all this. A lot of brothers like, man, hey, these women be lying. And they setting him up. They trying to take the black man down. All that type of stuff. And let's take it out of the spotlight. When this type of stuff happens at the crib, we still have been wired to say, okay, nah, they lying. Dude ain't touch you. He ain't tell your uncle ain't do this. Now let's turn the tables. I don't recall many times that a young black boy, when he has accused somebody of touching him, whether it be like a woman teacher, because this stuff happens, or another male, I don't recall that many times that people look at the young boy and be like, dude, lying. I don't recall. Every time I've seen a young black boy accuse an adult of touching them, we quick to believe the young black boy. We quick to say, oh man, they out here molesting the boys. They out here touching the boys. Oh, that young like I've literally seen these teachers, man, get accused of dealing with these young men or these young boys, and people ain't like the boy. Oh, they trying to tear that woman down. Or that young boy lying. They be like, man, that teacher. The whole response is gross. Sometimes dudes be like, man, I wish teachers was like that back in my day. Like dudes be responding like that. That be the response, man. So when a young black boy be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like the teacher then touched her and then it makes the news. The whole response is different. We ain't looking at the young black boy like he lying. It ain't happen. He ain't do that. They ain't do that. She ain't touch you. She ain't do that. So I just noticed how different the energy is when it's a young black boy accusing an adult of touching them, opposed to a young black girl. So it's the energy is real different. Energy is real different. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. The energy is real different. If a young black boy, if a 14-year-old black boy came out and said, man, this 30-year-old woman, she molested me, she touched me, we ain't finna be hollering about evidence. We ain't about to be hollering, ah, man, yo, that dude lying. She ain't do that. We ain't gonna be hollering that. That ain't gonna be the first thing that come to our mind. I guarantee you. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Peterson, peace. Appreciate the donation. You say I agree with you in regards to working in unity. Brothers who want to build community should create networks that can separate us from the collective who are destroying our images. Check out Taz. And exactly. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, this platform is cool because it's a lot of brothers. It's a lot of brothers that's trying to do that. That's our whole agenda and motive, man, trying to get people to come together and things of that nature so we can network and build. Because some people, sad to say, in our community, they are a lost cause. It's sad to say. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure some of y'all gonna keep doing what y'all doing, but some brothers, some sisters just ain't striving to hear us right and exact. Like for real. For real, some of us ain't striving to hear what's right and exact. And that's just, it is what it is at that particular point. Antoinette, Peach Queen, appreciate that donation. Appreciate it. Greg, man, I'm telling you, man, and shout out to man, Dick Gregory is one of the GOATs, man, be going under the radar. So shout out to Dick Gregory and whatnot. But yeah, when you doing all the things that's destructive to one's health, that's cool. When I was out here eating the swine, when I was out here eating like a savage, when I was out here eating whatever I wanted to eat, nobody said anything. I'm having nosebleeds, constant headaches, all this type of stuff that's irregular for somebody my age. It's all good in the hood. And nobody saying anything. I'm eating all the time. Like my diet, back when I was a youngin', it consisted of meat and junk food. I was one of the kids. I ain't want to eat the vegetables. I ain't want to eat the fruits. I'm meat, junk food, and sodas. That's it. And wasn't nobody saying anything. The moment I said, bro, I'm done eating this meat, I'm done drinking these sodas, everybody like, hold on, what you doing? Like, you gonna get skinny. You gonna get this, that, and the third. Y'all wasn't worried about me becoming obese, becoming fat, becoming diabetic when I was eating all of this nonsense. Now y'all worried about me losing weight when I say I'm about to stop eating all the garbage. Society that we live in. The society that we live in. That's the society that we live in, man. That's the type of world that we live in. The type of world that we live in. Yeah, Tamika, that's what I'm saying. So like the energy, that's weird energy for me. That's weird energy for me for a dude to say that. Like, I wish those type of teachers existed back in my day. So you were 8th grader and you was wishing that, you know what I'm saying? You wishing that your 28-year-old, you know what I'm saying, teacher would prey on you. Like, dude, no, that's sick. Like, that's sick, man. Like, I don't want to, like, no, that's sick. That's sick. And I see those type of comments a lot. I see those type of comments a lot. Builder of truth. See, that's what I'm saying. You say, with all due respect, boys don't have a reputation of falsely accusing a rapist. See, that's what I'm saying. See, if we're going to talk about reputation, who has the reputation of being molested the most, though? So, builder of truth, we got to see, you got to deal with that. So, if we talking about reputation and history, who has the more prominent history of being molested and being raped? Is it young black boys or is it young black girls? I guarantee you it's the young black girls. So who has the more prominent history in regards to being raped, being touched, being molested? It is young black girls. So if we finna talk about reputation, then we got to deal with that reputation as well. The reputation is, and we can pull up the number. You didn't heard it. More than likely, 9 times out of 10, if a young girl is molested or raped, it's by somebody in her family. Those are stats. Those are stats. Like those, that's real in the field. That's the truth. So if we dealing with reputation and history, we got to deal with that part of it too. We got to deal with that part of it too. We can't ignore that. So when it comes to young people being molested and raped, young black girls are being molested and raped at a higher rate than young black boys. It's happening on both ends, but man, these young black girls is dangerous out here. They getting kidnapped. They get all type of stuff is happening to them that they ain't got to lie about. So it's all type of stuff that's happening to these young black girls, man, to the point where if they say something, they get accused of being a liar. You 8 years old and you getting called a liar because you said your uncle touched you. Like this type of stuff is happening. This type of stuff is happening. So they can't all be out here lying. They can't all be out here lying, man. So we got to deal with that part of the reputation as well, that these young girls are definitely getting molested and touched. We ain't living in a world where the young girls ain't getting touched and molested. We ain't living in that type of world, man. They getting touched, they getting molested. So we can't do them like that. We can't say, oh, they got a reputation of lying on rapists. Cool. But they also got a reputation of being raped the most and touched the most. By whom? By men. You know what I'm saying? So again, like we got to deal with the other side of it, man. We got to always deal with the other side. Like we literally always got to deal with the other side, man. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I start to say I can understand certain things. That's exactly why I say that, man. That's why I say I can understand certain things, man. I can definitely understand certain things, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. When you don't place yourself in certain environments and situations, nobody can, like, listen. It's hard to accuse you of anything. Like I said, we've had righteous brothers in the past not get accused of anything because they didn't place themselves in these type of situations, man. So you got to watch the company that you keep. That's part of it as well. That's part of it as well. So we finna act like we don't have any rapists in our community, then we lying to ourselves. And a lot of brothers are preying on exactly what y'all talking about. A lot of brothers know that in the eyes of the public, most people gonna view the black woman as a liar and using that as some form of empowerment to gain something. So they feel like they can violate women out here because they think they'll get away with it because most people gonna view it as if the woman is lying. So they know that. So some dudes know that and think that they can get away with things simply because of that. So we got to know and understand that all of these facets exist. And we don't consider all of these realms of possibilities. We don't consider all of these realms of possibilities, man. Anything is possible, man. I know plenty of women, man. I know plenty of women that were touched at a young age. And you can tell. You can tell, man, when you dealing with it, man, you can almost tell who them in touch, man, because again, a lot of bad habits, certain habits that we possess stems from our upbringing and things that happened to us in the past. Man, it's like if you analyze it, it's like a trend, it's mathematics. When you do the knowledge to a lot of women that was touched as a youngin', like they all do similar things, man. They gravitate towards similar things, similar destructive habits. A lot of them, what's crazy about it, they are really like addicted to sex and things of that nature, man. So it's a lot that stems from them being traumatized and touched as a youngin'. You analyze their ways and actions, some of the habits that they have developed because of that. So you sometimes are able to tell when somebody done been touched. When a young girl, when she was touched as a young girl, you can tell. Just analyze her. You can tell. Sometimes. Now, sometimes you may not be able to tell. Hey, Just, yeah, capoeira. I got a book on capoeira, man. But yeah, that's a martial arts. A lot of people be thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like we created that, of course, you know what I'm saying? We created all those type of things, man. We were the originators of all that type of good stuff, man. But a lot of people don't be knowing and understanding that, man. A lot of people, when they think martial arts, they think of like Asians and things like that. Nah, man, our African brothers and sisters was practicing the martial arts before it was a thing. Capoeira is one of those forms, man. We was out here getting down and busy. Yeah, Peterson, for sure. And sometimes I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I can be transparent. Sometimes when you are wired a certain type of way in regards to like content, things like that, it can get, I don't want to use the word but it could get a little it could get depressing. It could get depressing, man, because you may be grinding hard with content that you know can be useful to everybody in the black community. But since you are not choosing the route to do like to clout chase and things like that, man, for shock value and all that type of nonsense, like you may not get the traction that you feel like you deserve based on the value of your content. And that can cause you to just sometimes like get depressed and be like, man, I'll forget all of this nonsense, man. But I always tell people, man, to appreciate the people that's tapped in. It's a lot of people, man, that told me, man, your platform, man, you should have a couple hundred people on your streams, man, with the type of content. I'm like, I'm cool. Because if I'm getting a couple hundred and I'm getting it overnight, then I didn't do something right, man. I did something for shock value and them people tapping in for the wrong reason. I'd rather do things organically, slow and steady type deal. But sadly, though, some of my favorite people that I've studied, some of my favorite ancestors, man, and I hate to say it, they died penniless, they died broke. I'm talking about some of the best scholars, man. And I got a lot of their books. Some of our best scholars, man, they died broke, they died penniless, and people still really don't know who they are. And they put in some of the best work in our community. People like Amos Wilson, Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, like these type of individuals. Like some of them died broke, and they should have been some of the wealthiest people in our community in regards to the work that they put in. And sometimes when you're a person such as myself and you see that, you know that, you almost be afraid sometimes. You're like, man, I don't want to end up like that. I don't want to put in all this work and I got to die penniless and broken, things like that. But then you realize what you're doing it for and you continue on. You continue on. But I'm not even going to lie. Sometimes, man, I was looking at it from that perspective, like, man, what's the point, man? Some of my favorite scholars that had to die broke, and they put out, man, Amos Wilson literally put out the blueprint to Black Power. He literally got a book that gives us the blueprint. Like when people ask what's the solution for Black people, Amos Wilson literally wrote a book a very long time ago with all the answers in it. Literally, if we were to all read that book collectively, if we started a book club and we read that book, Blueprint to Black Power by Amos Wilson, we would literally change our condition if we implemented everything that's in that particular book. Literally. Literally. See, builder truth. No. See, that's what I'm saying. You see, we always take it to the extreme. I'm not saying believe all women, but what I'm saying is I'm not about to just be so quick to condemn them and say they are lying. Because again, just like you say, they got the reputation of lying. They also have the reputation of being molested. So we have both sides to that. So it's like, I know and understand that it's a possibility that they could be lying, but it's a possibility they could be telling the truth. And no possibility is stronger than the other. So that's what it is at the end of the day. Like no possibility is stronger than the other. They are both possible. Just like the young brother could be lying. Like, I don't know. So if we finna deal with evidence, we got to deal with it on that end too. The young brother could be lying. Just because they don't have a history of doing so don't mean it's not possible. Don't mean it's not possible. So what I'm saying is young Black girls have been getting touched for a long time. They have been getting molested. They have been getting raped for a long time. Not only by us, but when we were enslaved by the slave master as well. So young Black women and Black women in general have been getting raped and molested for a very long time. They have been getting raped and molested for a very long time. So history is on my side with that one. They have been getting violated for a very long time. They have been getting violated for a very long time. So I never want to sweep that under the rug. And I feel like it's offensive to the women that have actually been molested and touched and are afraid to say something. Like, I don't want to be so quick to say she's lying, because I know personal women that have been touched and molested, and they face some of the same issues that we're talking about in regards to being afraid to come out because everybody is viewing them as a liar. So I never want to violate them. I never want to do that. Because I know personal women in my circle, people that I've trained, people that I know that have been touched and violated. So I don't want to do that. And because I know that they have expressed the same things to me, like, man, I want to say something, man, but people gonna view me as a liar. They view me as a liar back then. And you could just tell, like I said, when somebody has been touched. You could tell, man. You could just tell by their interaction with other men and things of that nature. So I don't want to be so quick to write it off for that reason, man, because I know personal cases of women that have been touched and they like afraid to say something, or they may have came out years later and said something and just the toll it took on. But I'm not saying to believe any and everybody because they said something, nah, but I'm not about to write them off either though. MB, man, listen, the thought, like I said, the thought culture, man, at the end of the day, we able to listen. See, this is what we gotta. When I talked about being able to decipher this stuff, this is what I'm talking about. The situation, like with the NBA player PJ Watt, like he was dealing with a chick that it should have been obvious that she would be on that type of vibe. And what did he do? What did he do? He went and dealt with this chick anyway. She already had this so-called reputation that we talking about. And this brother still decided to lay down with her, get her pregnant. And then she hits him with the child support. She didn't already expressed her agenda. Then when she goes out and do it, we like, oh, we want to. She already let y'all know what's up. She already expressed like her motives. She didn't already let y'all know. People didn't already try to put you on game, and you still go out here and be an idiot. So sometimes dudes are just mere idiots. Like the woman can have the reputation, and dudes would still place themselves in a situation with the woman. Dude, man, I didn't been around in those type of circles. I didn't been in high school. I didn't been a young high school person where dudes warn you about a chick. Hey, man, you might not want to fool her. She done did something to everybody on the football team. And what dude do? Go fool with the same chick that you just was warning her about. So at some point, we got some dudes just are stupid. Some dudes are literally warned, like, don't mess with her. And they go mess with her. They go get her pregnant. They go wife her up after you done been warned by 20 dudes, 20 women, not to mess with her. Hey, you might not want to go mess with her. Man, I done had situations where I done told, bro, I was in college. I try to warn people, hey, listen, when you around, if you go to college and you're around predominantly white women and they start drinking, leave. Because the last thing you want is for a white woman to wake up after being sloppy drunk, and the last thing she remember is seeing you. Listen, do not drink around these white chicks. Leave. Leave the situation. What dudes I tell that to do? Get caught up in situations. Like a fool. I warned, I said, do not do that. Do not be around these white chicks when they start getting drunk. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. You are going to end up in a situation. Going to end up in a situation. I got personal examples of people ending up in a situation like that. And we know they ain't lying because they had camera evidence. Cameras caught them. Everybody was drunk, boo-hooing, crying. Y'all should have left. You should have left, man. Now you guilty by association. Guilty by association. I know personal examples of dudes right now locked up because they took advantage of a drunk white chick. And I know a personal person that was guilty by association, didn't touch her, but was there, was present, and didn't do anything to stop it. And now he got to suffer along with the rest. So excuse me for having a different perspective with this, because I've seen this situation. I've seen the outcome actually, like I've seen this actually happen and affect dudes after I didn't warn them to not place themselves in that particular situation. This chick was literally raped. I mean, they got the camera footage. So it ain't no lie, they got the footage. So I'm telling you, dudes are out here raping women, taking advantage of women. It's happening. I know personal situations where dudes then got caught up in that, being idiots. I'm telling you, do not place yourself in that situation. Don't do it. When y'all start drinking, leave. Leave, because you're going to do something that you don't. First of all, you shouldn't be drinking, but you in college. I know you're going to do that, man. Leave, man. When you in that environment, nope, people ain't listening to me. Then you get caught up in the situation. Yeah, the girl probably shouldn't have got sloppy drunk to where she blacked out, but you a fool. You sitting there, you drinking just along with them, and you doing something stupid. So you just as accountable. Just as accountable. Should have took my advice. Should have left. Took my advice, should have left, man. So nah, don't blame the woman. Don't say, she shouldn't have been drunk. She shouldn't have been doing this. She shouldn't have been doing that. Y'all shouldn't have been drinking either. Y'all shouldn't have been drinking either. Y'all all got drunk, and you being drunk caused you to make a bad decision. And now you got something. Now you got to be in jail. You got to be in prison 20 years because of that decision. All you had to do was leave. I done tried to warn brothers. I literally tried to warn brothers how to dodge these type of situations. They don't listen to me. And they end up in the situation. Crying, hooting and hollering. Nope. Should have listened. Should have listened. I done tried to say, I'm telling y'all, man, I done tried to say, I went to a whole college institution with all white folks. And I ain't got not one allegation that came my way because I left. You couldn't accuse me of nothing because I was never there. All right, we at this function, everybody drinking. I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm all right. I'm good. I don't need to be here. You couldn't accuse me of anything, man, because I left. I didn't put myself in those situations. If you accuse, it was going to be obvious that they was lying because I was never there. Oh, they going to be at the function. All these white chicks going to be at the function drinking. I ain't going. I'm not going. I'm cool. I just stay in this dorm room. I went to a 4-year college. Y'all know white women be preying on us, be waiting for us to slip up, especially the black athlete, like the athletes. Oh my goodness. They can't wait to get us caught up. You couldn't accuse me of nothing at that. And you couldn't accuse me of nothing because I knew how to move. Like I'm not around. No, and no. I ain't gonna have no other sober people around me. So if somebody accused somebody of something, all of y'all was drunk, y'all ain't credible. So if it ain't gonna be some other sober people at this function, I'm gone. I ain't gonna be the only sober one here. And somebody wake up, accuse me of something, and then the rest of y'all drunk and can't remember what happened. No, I'm out of here. I'm out. I hear y'all, but I'm gone. I don't need this function ain't that serious to me. And nobody accusing me of nothing like that. I don't trust the situation. Peterson, you say, but if you really think about it, it's really the focus on the community when it comes to great content. They're not really looking for them. Exactly. And that's from conditioning and programming. So they've been programmed to not look for that type of content. And so that's the part where it really becomes depressing because it's like, man, in regards to just like healthier habits, it's like, man, we should be looking for that type of content because we sick. We suffer from cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and all of that. So we should be looking for that type of content. But we not. But we not. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. I done been kind of venting, man. Excuse me if I ain't get to all the getting to all the comments here. But I'm trying to get to all the I had to get stuff off my chest, man. Y'all know how I get sometimes when I get riled up and whatnot. Justin, for sure, man. I might have to give y'all the homework, man. If y'all ain't read that book, we may have to start that right now. Y'all might have to find the Blueprint to Black Power, order that joint. I think it's like $40 on Amazon, and I may have to, because that book take a minute to read. So I may have to give y'all time to read that joint, and we may have to come together and we may have to discuss that particular book. Chris, for sure, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, plenty of books. And like I said, man, and that's one thing I was working on. But anybody that know me, sometimes I procrastinate, and that's a flaw. But man, like when it comes to that, I was literally thinking about that, man. I was starting an organization of sorts. Because honestly, like I said, man, I be studying the way the enemy move, and I feel like sometimes we got to move that way. And I want to take it back to like the ancient Egyptian mystery school system. It's like this knowledge ain't for everybody. So I was going to like create like an organization, so-called like a secret society type deal, man, and just give everybody like a reading list, like some books that I feel like are very important in regards to like just entering the organization. Like make sure you read these books and things like that, man. And we get the organization together. Like I feel like, man, because a lot of people that be in these fraternities and these secret societies, I'm not with none of that. But one thing I will say about that type of stuff, though, they look out for one another. When you a fraternity, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't never met a financially broke Mason. I ain't never met a financially broke Mason at all. Every Mason I've ever met in my life has been kind of well off and wealthy. I've never met a broke Mason. Man, they be looking out for one another. So I feel like, man, I was like, man, we should start one of those organizations on the righteous end to the point where we don't never have to worry about that type of stuff. Like, man, all right, we pulling our money together. You ain't got to worry about being financially broke. We got each other. So I wanted to start something along those lines without it being weak and wicked, or without us having to emulate the Greeks, calling it the Greek fraternity and stuff like that. Something for us in regards to that nature. So I was looking to start an organization or a society like that, man, because I feel like that's something that we need to do. But of course, make it righteous. But I can never recall. Oh, I know a lot of Masons. Oh, a lot of Masons. And I can't recall ever meeting one that was not like well off. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I've never met one. And then those fraternities and the sororities, man, they be looking out for one another, man. They be looking out for one another heavy. So that's the one thing I can say about those particular like organizations and whatnot, man. They literally look out for their own. If y'all in the same fraternity, and they, oh, we finna bring you in. Oh man, bring you in. So that's one thing I was looking to start, like an organization like that, just for the righteous people, man. The people that ain't trying to be down with all that extra stuff. We trying to do it the ancient Egyptian way, the ancient African way. So I was literally looking to start something like that, man. Like that's what I feel like that's a solution. That's a solution. Like we gonna weed out the fakes, because if you create an organization, just like y'all know I'm 5% Nation of Gods and Earths, we got to knowledge what they call 120. We got to memorize the lessons verbatim. Like when you make people do work, you gonna get rid of the people that's lazy. Man, memorizing some of these lessons is complicated. What they call meat degrees. I'm talking about degrees almost taking up a whole page. You got to memorize it verbatim and spit it back in order for you to move on to the next. So I was like, man, we got to create an organization to where it's like you give people a thorough reading list. You make people do things in order to become a member of the society and the organization. Therefore, that's going to weed out the people that ain't really about that life. You tell people they got to read 25 books to be a part of this organization. The average Joe, like, I'm good on that. But if you just make your organization open to any and everybody, then you finna get any and everybody, and it's going to open the way for infiltration. But if you give people like some rules and regulations, things that they got to accomplish before they become a member, you about to get rid of 80% of black people. I gotta read an 800-page book. No, sir. I ain't joining that. I gotta memorize this, that, and that. I ain't joining that. That's why I told people, like, if you made people memorize the Bible, memorize scriptures in the Bible verbatim, like, people wouldn't be Christians, people wouldn't be Baptists. Like, man, I ain't finna do all that work. So when you make people do work, man, you get rid of all the people that ain't really about that life. So I was legit thinking about doing something like that. But I'd probably get accused of being in the Illuminati and all that type of stuff if I was to do something like that. But I'm still gonna do it. But that was something that I was working on. JF, I'm telling you, I went to a 4-year college with all white people. I'm talking about it wasn't even 1% black people there. And I ain't got no white chick friends from that college. Man, I wasn't fooling with them, man. Man, I was not fooling. I ain't got no friends from that university. Man, I did my time and left. I wasn't trying to be out. No. Jose, man, I've heard of that book. But yeah, that's what I said. And that's what I was going to do with the organization. I was going to give people rules and regulations. It's a certain way that we got to eat. Even like the Nation of Islam. People, you say what you want to say about it, man, but the Nation of Islam, they cleaned up a lot of men and women, a lot of black men and women, and cleaned them up. Rules and when you give people rules and regulations, man, everybody gonna be able to handle it. So I was like, the organization I would create, man, if you down with this organization, you got to be eating a certain type of way. You got to be conducting yourself a certain type of way, man. You got to speak you got to do all that. But we ain't got time. We ain't got time for the fakes, man. We ain't got time for it. And I feel like that's why a lot of our organizations are so easily infiltrated, because we just allow any black person to be down with the cause. Now, I ain't doing that. If I create an organization, I ain't letting any black person be down with the cause, man. You better you got to put in work. Man, you got to put in work before you earn this badge, man. You got to read these books. You got to clean up how you eat. You got to watch how you talk. All of that. So I feel like that's a big solution. That'll clean a lot of people up. That's one thing that I admire about like the Nation of Islam. Like I said, man, the leadership, you can have your opinions about them, man, but man, they done cleaned up a lot of brothers and sisters, man. And that's just a fact. That's a fact. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. If y'all down with it, man, I can get things in motion. I can get things in motion. But I don't want to, like, I'd be so hesitant to create organization. Like back in the day, like I said, y'all know I created what was called Knowledge Gang back in the day. I created, not, man, we was at, like, that was a legit movement, man. We was having meetings at my people's crib. Wait a minute. We was at the people's crib and we'd go to like local little restaurants and whatnot and meet up. It was like a good, probably about 6, 7, 8 of us or whatnot. So I had started that when I was in college, but I killed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in college, I was going back and forth, so I ain't had time to commit to it. But man, I don't want to be getting accused of things, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't about finna say, oh, he's scam, he this, he. I don't know, you create an organization, people start saying weird things, man, because with that organization, like, it's gonna be real in the field. I ain't finna be playing around. We ain't playing around, man. We ain't playing around. But let me know what y'all think about that. If y'all down for, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be rules and regulations, though. Because I'm about discipline, man. I'm about discipline, man. Rules and regulations. I guarantee you the rules and regulations that I will set forth will change your life. But once you commit to this organization, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that'll help with discipline. I feel like that'll help with discipline. Oh, NB for sure, man. Like, I ain't got no problem. Like, matter of fact, and don't even get it twisted though. NB and Builder of Truth. I ain't got no problem with y'all seeing it from a different light. I actually fool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fool with y'all coming with a different perspective. You don't want just all yes men and women in your corner. So I fool with that, man. So it's all good. It's all love at the end of the day. It's all good. It's all love at the end of the day, man. I ain't got no problems with y'all coming from a different the different angle. I'm gonna stand on my square, and then y'all stand on yours. At the end of the day, we agree to disagree or whatever the case may be. And really, I ain't got no problem with people seeing it differently though, or possibly not agreeing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, or if you got a little minor disagreement or a minor difference that you don't really fool with that I said, that's cool too. That's cool too. You know what I'm saying? What I would like the white folks come on here and start disagreeing. I'm blasting them though. Like, I'm go in on them, but y'all let me know what y'all think about that particular situation, because I can create that almost overnight. Let y'all know all the ramifications and details, man. That's something that I've been thinking about doing. But you know me, man, I don't be trying to have that backlash. But I feel like if you create the organization, then that will allow, like, we don't have to discuss everything on these certain platforms, because create the organization, it's another way we can communicate within that organization. You know, so I feel like that's why I was thinking about starting like an organization, because that'll help us move more efficiently. You know what I'm saying? Like, we teaching self-defense to the children in the organization. Things that we feel like, and this is another good thing about the organization. You have kids, like you have a certain curriculum for the kids that's a part of the organization. Like, we teaching them the things that we feel like they need to know. You know what I'm saying? Self-defense, how to eat, how to exercise, math, science, financial literacy, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I feel like this type of stuff would be beneficial to start. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. But y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man, because again, it's something that I've been sitting on. I could have just brought the Knowledge Gang back, but I don't know if I would actually use that particular name again, because I'm pretty sure somebody probably hijacked it, because it was a thing. This back when I was on Twitter. Like, people was literally hitting me up back then, like, man, what do I need to do to join Knowledge Gang? I didn't think it was gonna blow up like it did, but that's when I was on Twitter heavy. I was on Twitter heavy back in the day, man. That Knowledge Gang, it had blew up. People was literally asking, man, what do I need to do? Back then, I didn't think that, I wasn't thinking of nothing. So I was like, man, you ain't got to do nothing. You can just be down with it, just hashtag it or whatever the case may be. I'm like, nah, I never take that approach. I never just say, nah, you ain't got to do nothing. You just rep the name. No, and no. Hey, Airview, hey, I fool with it. But y'all let me know though. Y'all let me know, man. If y'all down with it, man, we can get it cracking. Just know y'all gonna have to put in some work. Just know we're gonna have to put in some work, man. We're gonna have to put in some straight work. But I just try to be transparent, man, because I don't want people to make it seem like I'm placing myself on a pedestal. But I do feel like I do feel like that's part of my purpose to create an organization. And when you create an organization gonna have somebody that's at the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like that should be something that it's like if you have a business, you're gonna have an owner of the business. So you're gonna have somebody that then created the organization. So as long as y'all cool with that, man, because I don't want people to be like, oh man, this dude scamming people. He created this organization for this. I ask for y'all permission. I ain't about to create nothing. I ain't about to come up with something and then everybody be trying to accuse me of something. I ain't creating nothing that people don't want. But I do feel like every organization has a creator, it has an owner, has somebody at the top. I'm not saying I'm about to be some enforcer and dictator, but if somebody asks who is the creator of this organization, I do feel like I would be that person. I feel like I've always had it in my mind to create an organization. You know, that's something I've always wanted to do. Always wanted to do, man, because I feel like that's part of the solution, to be honest with y'all, man. That's why it's something that I've always had in the back of my mind. I feel like that'll be something that solves a lot. And that's why, like, sometimes I look up to the Nation of Islam, man, like just what they did in regards to the movement. I feel like they could do a little bit more with the power, with that movement. Like they could do a little bit more in regards to shifting our condition as black people, but I can't be mad at what they're doing, man, because they didn't transform a lot of black men and women, though. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Peterson, for sure. It's a lot of underestimating. It's a lot of underestimating. A lot of underestimating. Justin, man, hey, J.A. Rogers, probably every book that he didn't put out would be part of the required reading. Man, it's so many books that I got that would be required reading that I like. That's why I'm saying I have to think in order to like put the list together. But man, J.A. Rogers, every book that he didn't pretty much put out. When We Ruled, though, that's another book. When We Ruled, that's another like 600-700 page joint. That book definitely gotta be on the list. When We Ruled is one of the most powerful books I've ever read. The Destruction of Black Civilization, Chancellor Williams. It's another powerful joint. Like, those are some important books. The Miseducation of the Negro. A lot of people done already read that. But man, let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think about the organization. And it ain't gonna take me nothing to create the name, logo, all that type of stuff, man. But it's gonna be like, it's a commitment, man. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm trying to warn you, it's a commitment. If you're not serious about really changing your life, like, do not profess to be down with the cause, because it's literally a commitment. It's a way of life. You can't be down with it if you're not down to incorporate that way of life, from the way that we eat, exercise, and things like that, man. We got to be strict with it, because again, like, that way we'll be able to determine like the infiltrators and things like that, man. So it's really got to be some rules and regulations that we laying down. Ray, you say the realest leader of our people was Malcolm X. I fools with Malcolm X. I fools with him. Malcolm X, Khalid Muhammad, as y'all see, Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton was just died way too young, man. Died way too young. But I feel like what Malcolm X was about to do before he was assassinated was about to demonstrate his true power. Like, I don't even think Malcolm X scratched the surface in regards to his potential, because I'm gonna be honest with you, for the most part, Malcolm X was just, I don't want to say brainwashed, but Malcolm X was pretty much a puppet for Islam for the longest. Malcolm X was about to start doing his own thing once he got he got assassinated around that time. Malcolm X was about to be in his bag, as they say, doing his own thing. And I feel like that's when we was gonna see the real Malcolm X, like the real Malcolm X. Not the Malcolm X that was they did a good job with Malcolm X, like Detroit Red and all that type of stuff, man. They did a good job transforming Malcolm X. And he never wanted to talk bad about Elijah Muhammad, about the NOI, because of what they did for him. But Malcolm X was trying to take it to a whole nother level. He was about to take it to a whole nother level. And he got assassinated, man. So I feel like Malcolm X was about to really turn it up a notch. I feel like a few people was about Malcolm X was gonna do that. I feel like Tupac was on that type of vibe. And that's why I say, man, I feel like, man, and they was all about to start what? Organizations. They all realized that that's the start organizations. Like Malcolm X, he had organizations that he was about to, you know what I'm saying, start pushing. Tupac was about to get real political. So these people were about to start organizations, man. Organizations is key. Everybody knows that. Peterson, man, hey, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't even familiar with Taz exclusive, man. So I'm gonna have to do the knowledge and tap in. Y'all know I'd be a busy person, so I don't be tapped in with a lot because I don't have the time. And then when I do have the time, I tap into who I'm familiar with, and that'd be some of the old school joints, you know. So I ain't even really familiar with them, so I have to tap in. Kuma all the time. All right, so I see we down for the cause. I see we down for the cause. Ray, what'd you say? Don't come with a different perspective for the sake being oppositional or combative. Oh, nah. We original. We don't even look at it as different. It's called self-style wisdom. So we never just differ for the, you know what I'm saying, just on the sake of being different. Like sometimes we different because we are different. So that's the difference, you know. We different because we are different. So that's you able to tell that there. You can tell when somebody just trying to be different just because they trying to argue and things of that nature, opposed to the person that's different simply because they just different, you know. Hey, man, I be so behind on the comments, man. Sometimes I just give up. So it's like every other comment I see, I just respond. Sometimes I just be giving up, man. I be like, dang, man, they going in. I'm lost. I'm lost. So when I get lost, I'm just lost in the sauce, man. So every other comment I see that stick out, I just say something. Cause yeah, y'all get to going in, y'all get the building in the comments, and I come back and see it though. All right, so y'all say y'all down. Y'all say y'all down with the cause, man. All right, give me some time. Give me some time. Give me some time, man, and I can come up with not come up with something because I pretty much, like I said, I feel like I was born to do this, man. So I already got that type of stuff, man. So just give me some time, man. Give me a week or so, man. I have some details for y'all, man. I'm gonna put the stuff together, man. I'm gonna put the stuff together. Chris, if you've heard of the supreme mathematics, man, that's my numerology. That's how I deal with the numbers from a supreme mathematics standpoint. Supreme math, supreme alphabet. So when it comes to numerology and numerology, that's how I envision it. Oh, there for sure. Yeah, Nip definitely has something up his sleeve, man. Most definitely. Oh, Ray, for sure. No, yeah, I knew what you was talking about though. Yeah, nah. Hey, I got you. Oh, Frankie, for sure. I'm telling you, man. Listen, listen. You say the Latin brothers. Like, if you study the Nation of Gods and Earth, like we refer to, like you have Latin brothers in the Nation of Gods and Earth. You have Asian brothers. As long as you can realize that you are part, like a lot of you got the Latinos and they don't identify with us because they have been conditioned to do that. But when you start studying things, man, you start seeing the connection in regards to the original people of the planet Earth. If you can get them to realize, if you can get them to realize that, or if you accept that, then we cool and we cool. Yeah, we cool. So Frankie, most definitely, man. Frankie, you cool with me. I ain't got no problem with you. I'm with the Nation of Islam though. White people can't lie. I can't let them in, man. Can't do it. When we have a meeting, when we have a meeting, white people cannot be allowed in the meeting. Can't do it. We cannot allow them to be in the joint. And that ain't got anything to do with something being racist and things of that nature. Because as the NOI talks about, it's like when we let them in, they always try to take control of it. Like we gotta have some things that's for us, by us. Like we don't need them in the function. And this ain't got anything. This ain't no hate speech, none of that. We just, if we gonna have a function, it's got to be us in this function. If you listen, this is what I tell white people that want to be down with the cause. If you are white and you want to be down with the cause, deal with your people. Deal with your people. Set your people straight. That'll be doing us the favor. That'll be doing us the favor. Deal with your people. Set them straight. Fight your community. So if you white, you want to be down with the cause, fight your people for us. That's what you do. We will appreciate that. That will be greatly appreciated. Fight your people. Set them straight. Because they are, like, when they out here being foul, when they being wicked, you set your people straight. That is how we will appreciate that greatly. We appreciate that greatly. Kevin, peace. Appreciate that donation. That's why, I mean, yeah, scientifically speaking, but yeah, man, we can get into the story of the grafting process. A lot of people talk about, we talk about Yakub, and we can get into that whole concept. And that's why we won't allow them to enter the building, man. Like, that's why. But again, like I said, there ain't no knock on them. It's no knock on them, man. So if they want to, if they want to make some changes, if they want to spark some change, do it in their community. Walker, you say, how would you describe numerology and mathematics in a nutshell? I'm lame to the game, but open to listen and learn. When it comes to the numerology, man, a lot of people have different interpretations of the numbers. So it depends on what numerical system you are following. Like, we deal with the supreme mathematics. So what the one means to me may mean something different to a person that follows another numerical system. So the supreme mathematics for me, 1 equates to knowledge, 2 equates to wisdom, 3 understanding, 4 culture freedom, 5 power refinement, 6 equality, 7 is God, 8 build, destroy, 9 is born, things of that nature. So that's the numerical system. That's the mathematics that I follow. Somebody else will follow a totally different numerical system. And it really just depends. So in order for me to understand that, I mean, not understand that, but in order for me to explain that, I would have to deal from it from my cultural perspective, which would be a supreme mathematics perspective. And we always use the math as a tool to just navigate through the day. And that's why you will hear a lot of gods and earths talk about what's today's mathematics. And we'll break down today's mathematics according to our supreme mathematics. And we supposed to take the breakdown for the day and apply it to self for that particular day in order to power through that day. It gives you something to focus on for the day. So that's the benefit to me. And then just mathematics in general, a lot of people associate numbers only with math. Math is shapes, sizes, like everything literally is mathematics at the end of the day. Shapes, sizes, patterns, all of that. All of that is math at the end of the day. Everything can essentially equate to math at the end of the day. The language of the universe, mathematics, man, that's the old phrase and concept. Grafting. The grafting process, and what the grafting process is, it describes how we went from black to white, or how you can go from black to white. And that's the whole theory of Yakub. It talks about the grafting process, which would be called, like, it's eugenics or selective breeding. So how you go from the black germ to the brown germ to the red germ to the yellow germ, and then you make the yellow germ, then you eventually end up with white. That's the grafting process. It lets you know how you go from black to white, and a selective breeding. So they take the lighter shade and continue to make the lighter shades until we end up with the white shade. Like, that's what the grafting process is. And selective breeding, even if you don't subscribe to the Yakub theory, which is something you're not supposed to take literal, but selective breeding is something that actually happens. Like, that actually happens, like, for real. Like, selective breeding is a real thing, whether or not you subscribe to the grafting process in regards to the Yakub theory. But selective breeding has been practiced for a very long time, like, literally. That actually happens. Ray, for sure. We gonna learn. We gonna learn that. We gonna learn that. Airview, you already know. You already know. We gonna get it. We gonna get it cracking. Jose, I've heard about it. Haven't read it though, so I gotta tap in. I gotta tap into that. I gotta tap into that for sure. Kuma, man, your eyes will be wide open, man, to the point where they wide open. Frankie, for sure, man. Y'all gonna see me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see me on her joint. But we taking it up a notch, man, just with the information and all of that. Like I said, man, I'm tapped in. Man, I'm tapped into the purpose for real. Full throttle with it. I ain't letting up. I ain't letting up. We full throttle with the information. Full throttle 100% with the information, with the motivation, all that good stuff. Full throttle. Full throttle. Montel, man, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Possibly so. Possibly so. Very strong possibility there. Very strong possibility. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, this stream was necessary. I had to get everything off my chest, man. I had to get everything off my chest for sure. I gotta make my way to this gym. Y'all know how that go. Be having sessions, gotta put these clients through the through the ring of fire and whatnot, man. So definitely get to work on the details with this organization and things like that, man. And all y'all that's down with the cause, we finna get it cracking. We're gonna be a force to be reckoned with out here. Gonna be a force to be reckoned with, man. Mark my words. Y'all heard it here first. Mark my words. About to be a force to be reckoned with. About to be a force to be reckoned with, man. About to be a force out here, man. I'm gonna just keep saying it. Just keep saying, I'm gonna keep repeating that. About to be a force to be reckoned with. For all of those that's serious about being down with this organization and down with the cause. We're not about to play around with it. We're not about to play around with them at all. But I'm gonna go ahead and exit. Get on up out of here for the night, man. Y'all may or may not see, man. I may have to take a few days off because, like I said, we in the process of moving. So it's one of them situations, man. Like, y'all know how I go. I really do not like moving, hate moving, but it is what it is. Got to do what you got to do. So we in the process of moving. So I'm gonna strive to tap in whenever I can tap in over these next few days till this process gets completed. Until this process gets completed, man. So I don't know when I'm gonna see y'all again, but y'all got enough content, man. I done put out enough streams and videos and all that for y'all to go back on if y'all need some more. Go back and tap into if y'all need some motivation and inspiration, information, all that good stuff, man. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Thursday. And if I don't tap in with y'all this weekend, man, y'all enjoy the weekend and all that good stuff, man. But y'all for sure gonna see me next week, things of that nature. But I'm out, y'all, man. I appreciate the positivity, the dialogue, the donations, all that good stuff, man. Y'all be easy out here, man. I may catch y'all next week. Peace.